Hey, YouTubers, those of you who are here, whether you're a subscriber or not, um, got to work to pay the bills. So I am up here at Progeny Winery. What a great office space, right? However, I just wanted to touch base with y'all. Um, I'm getting better. I'm working hard at putting together this podcast um, for the viewers. And it's not just for the viewers, it's cathartic for myself. It's mutually conducive. It's a good form of therapy to kind of get that out. Um, Obviously, I'm not having no intentions to do harm to anybody else by doing so, but the truth is what the truth is. I have one of my first guests is actually going to be the mother um, of a young man that's in Michigan, has an abusive father, and she's fighting tooth and nail to save her son and protect her son from this abusive father. She has other children. Her first son, her oldest son, um, she was a teenage mother, and his father was stabbed and killed in San Diego. And that young boy actually grew up to be a police officer. He's a police officer there in San Diego. And I want to tell their story. Like I said, I want to not just cover the narrative of the harm done, but what happened to the people left behind, the family members of the victims who were subject to these unfortunate demises, and how that affects them over time, what choices can be made when they hit the forks in the road. They can use that as a projectile for positivity, or they can use it as a weight on the shoulder to drag them down for negativity. So as opposed to focusing more on the lifestyle, which is a great thing. There's a lot of people out there putting positive content that are saying, "Hey, this is what I thought things were. This is what actually happened." It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen to everybody, but I want to dip over to the other side. Those people that they talk about, let's talk to their families so they can say, like, "Hey, man, look, somebody."
You feeling okay by this time?
Yes, sir. Thank you much.
Make sure you feel better.
Appreciate you. Um, so the people that are left behind, um, the parents that no longer have their child, the child that no longer has their parents and misses out on graduations, the people that are sent to prison or killed, and there's people that may die of cancer and they can't be there at their funeral. There's a myriad of negative outcomes that can do harm to a family, and I want to dip into that. I want to interview the people. We have the help of some qualified professionals with the proper acumen who also have struggled in this, lost a spouse. We have a widow that her husband succumbed to post traumatic stress disorder and took his own life, and she found him in that condition. Um, I got a lot of good stories to tell y'all. So I appreciate those of you who are here and will be patient because I got to get the microphone together, the graphics. I'm learning how to do this. So right now I'm just kind of in the early stages, the rough, rugged, and raw. And I want y'all to come with me on this journey because it's mutually conducive to be able to get that stuff out. It's like a diary, but it's also just being able to let a lot of that stuff out because it's painful and you can carry it with you. So um, if you're here, I appreciate you. I apologize for the the not ragtag, I guess you say, the motley crew of videos. I'm working to kind of some of the videos I'll probably have to redo and put them in chronological order and form so that it has a very, you know, comprehensive understanding in a chronological order over time. Um, so that's the end goal, but I'm in the early stages and I'm learning. I'm kind of old, so I don't know a lot about how to do this, but I'm doing the research and reaching out to people who have the proper acumen. Um, so thank you. Spread the word. Um, right now, somebody came on team. Like I said, I'm going to interview her. She's going to be my first guest interview, and then she's going to interview me because she's actually was present for a lot of this stuff, and she knows a lot of. We're going to tell stories about people that we knew who lost their lives in tragic circumstances that didn't have to happen, but it's this crazy dynamic of a border town because I grew up in Napa, but then I went to San Diego, and it's a complete different circumstance. And San Diego, I would think is much like many other border towns across it. Matamoros and Brownsville, Nuevo Laredo, Juarez. There's all these border towns that have this completely different dynamic than most places in the United States. But San Diego, I think, has a unique border because I've been to El Paso and seen it, and it's got its own unique style. But San Diego is a border to a major city, where when you cross over, it's a big, it's a metropolis. So I'm not sure if it's Metropolis or Metroplex or whatever, but it's a major city right there. So that dynamic creates for a myriad of experiences and outcomes that I want to share with you guys. What I saw, what I witnessed. These are people that I knew, people that I met. Some of them are stories of people that I didn't know, but they were the relatives, like my friend who his uncle. I didn't know his uncle, but it was tragedy when I saw him go through the pain of knowing that his uncle was cut into pieces and his body was thrown across the river bottom in Chula Vista. I said Otay Lakes, but I meant Chula Vista. It's called Otay, the river bottom. It's down there off of Main Street. It's a dried out river bottom, but I said Otay Lakes, but that was a mistake. So forgive me. Like I said, these are extemporaneous. I just shoot from the hip. I speak from the heart. I'll do my best later on to kind of get it scripted, but I don't want it to sound insincere. I'm just telling y'all what it is. Have a good one.